How's it going, everybody? It's Prod here, and today I'm bringing you guys a very exciting video today because we have some news. We have some new news about what FromSoftware and Hidetaka Miyazaki are going to be working on right after Dark Souls 3. The huge success that Dark Souls 3 was, the great game that everyone has been enjoying, I'm sure. We get some more news of what we are going to get next, and it is a lot more than you would expect. So it turns out FromSoftware not only is working on one game or two, they are working on 3 new games. Now, they have not released much about what these games are going to be. We got very little description of what they're planning for these 3 games, and that is from a pre-E3 interview that Hidetaka Miyazaki had with 4gamer.net. Now, the entire interview is very long and has not been entirely translated. Obviously, they are a Japanese company. It is not entirely translated yet, but the most important parts, in my opinion, which are the descriptions of these 3 new games, were translated. So I'm going to tell you guys what these games are. Number 1, one of these titles is a dark fantasy action role-playing game similar to Dark Souls, but from a different angle. Now, this immediately makes me happy because I was a little bit worried that this next FromSoftware game was going to be a different style of game that wasn't going to be similar to Dark Souls, but now we have confirmation that we are going to be getting at least one game that has the same style that Dark Souls has, kind of with the swords and the big weapons and stuff like that. And that's a dumb description of Dark Souls, but you know what I'm talking about. If you play Dark Souls, that same style, kind of hack and slash, but not really. You got to be careful, rewarding, yet difficult at the same time. I'm glad that we're going to be getting something like that. I entirely do not know what it is going to be. It sounds a lot like Bloodborne, if you ask me. The dark fantasy. Whenever I think dark and FromSoftware, I think Bloodborne. But, you know, Dark Souls also has its darker moments. But I honestly, you know, we know that we know that Bloodborne 2 is apparently not happening. Now, he could have just been lying to get us hyped even more when they're like, fucking Bloodborne 2, you know? They could be doing that, but I honestly don't think they would just be like, yeah, we're not making Dark Souls, or we're not making Bloodborne 2, and then just put out a trailer out of nowhere. It doesn't seem like they would do that, but let's move on to the other 2 projects. I kind of want to talk a little bit more about this specific project maybe in another video, but for now, let's move on to the next project. The second project is described as a sort of a reboot, which is likely to be Armored Core. Some people think it's going to be the next Armored Core game. They haven't done one for about 3 years. I'm pretty sure that the last one was in 2013. And Miyazaki himself has expressed that he is interested in making another Armored Core game, which is kind of like a mech game. I've never personally played it myself. I have not gotten the chance. You know, I haven't been a huge fan of FromSoftware for very long. There's probably people that have been diehard fans from the beginning, since like Demon Souls. I have not. I've been a fan for a few years now, but I haven't gone that far back with my knowledge of FromSoftware. So I have not gotten the chance, even though if this game comes out, this apparently Armored Core reboot, which is apparently supposed to be like a reboot, but as well adding new things to this game to make it something new and fresh. I'm very interested, man. It sounds really goddamn awesome. You know, since Miyazaki is directly involved with this game, since he has stated he wants to make another one, and he has previously been involved with, I think, every single Armored Core game. It could be cool. It could be really fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to picking it up if it is going to be the Armored Core game. Now, it could be an entirely different reboot of a series that they've done before, but a lot of people speculate that it will be Armored Core. But who knows, man? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But the third one is apparently supposed to be something weird, something that is out of the ordinary for the company that they've never done before. Now, if you ask me, this sounds a little bit like the video that I made. If you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, or about a week ago, this video right here, if you guys didn't watch it, check it out, because I talked about a rumor that FromSoftware was going to be making a JRPG type of game. And, you know, it was just a rumor at the time, but this, like, things just keep coming out to kind of bring some light to that rumor. Who knows, man? It could be something that actually comes true. It might be one of the games, but now that we know that 3 games are coming out, and I'm really hoping, you know, they didn't say which order each game was going to come out in. I'm hoping at least that the first game that comes out next year, because I do think they're going to want to keep their yearly schedule, is going to be this first dark fantasy action role-playing game that's supposed to be similar to Dark Souls with a new twist. You know, like I said in the past, Miyazaki has wanted to make a space game, sci-fi space game, which sounds really fucking cool. But who knows, man? E3 is going to be going on for the next few days. If you guys want to keep up with what's going to be going on, especially with FromSoftware and these new games, you can definitely stick to my channel. I'm going to be talking all the stuff about these new games. Hopefully we get some new news again about these new games and the first Dark Souls 3 DLC. But anyways, that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.